Hey friends, Tom from Adventure Backpacking. Welcome back. So Friday evening and I just got on trail. I'm going southbound on the Appalachian Trail this weekend. Started on at Ashby Gap, which is right on Route 50, the border of West Virginia. So you can probably hear traffic a little bit in the background. I'm going to be crossing over Route 50 in a little while, and then I'm going to be heading up and over. I don't know if you can see that mountain in the background. I'm going to be heading up and over that. Once I cross over the other side, it runs along the road for a little bit, and then there's a 1.5 miles straight uphill. It goes up about 2,200 feet. Not sure how much videotaping I'll be able to do from there because I'm going to be huffing and puffing, and I'll be back on when I get to the top where it plateaus. I'll be back on camera. See you in a bit. Hey, across the road, here's my mile marker. So I'm at Ashby Gap. I only did about 200 yards or so to get to here. So that Dick's Dome shelter, it's actually been renamed. It's now called Whiskey Hollow, and it's 5.4 miles. That's where I'm headed tonight. And then Saturday morning, I'm going to the Jimmy Molly Denton shelter, and that's 15.3 from here. So it'll be about 11-mile day tomorrow. Nice to see flowers back. Last couple times I was out in the woods hiking the last few weekends, flowers are finally coming back. Okay, trail is splitting again here. So that's where I came from, the Appalachian Trail. This Ambassador White House Trail goes down towards Sky Meadow Park. You can kind of see how this is all opened up and much more of a meadow, and it just continues beyond all these trees. And these are all the places you can go. That Piedmont overlook is supposed to be nice. And I think at the end of the Ambassador White House Trail, there's a old fire tower that you can check out too. So anyway, I need to head this way. I'm gonna try to get to that shelter before it gets dark. I can get some things set up, grab some water. There is a stream that goes through there, so I'm gonna fill up my water pouch so I have some water to filter, drink tonight, and then breakfast in the morning. Check in again soon. Okay, I think I've hit the ridge. Just had my last, I think it's my last incline. But check out back here, first little glimpse of a view. I'm up high enough now, starting to get some good scenery again. So I am down to about, I think it's 2 miles to go to get to the shelter. And I'm hoping nobody's there. It's a good chance this time of year in spring. A lot of hikers are out on weekends, especially doing the same thing I'm doing. So if I have it to myself, that'd be great, because I was planning on setting up my tent right inside the shelter. Get a little bit more protection from the wind. But if there is somebody there, not a big deal. I'll just pitch it, find a flat spot right nearby, and pitch my tent there. I definitely want to spend the night in that location because it's got a stream, and which I can use as a spring for water. It's also got a privy toilet, which if anybody doesn't know what a privy is, it's basically just an outhouse, and that's always nice to have. So I'll probably get there, I don't know, maybe in a half hour to 45 minutes. I should arrive at the shelter there. You can kind of see how this trail opens up. It's that way. It's easy walking on this kind of trail. When I get back in the woods, it's gonna get all rocky and rooty on me again. So this is a pleasure. I can actually make some decent time. Okay, I'm down to probably about 1 mile to go. can see off in the distance that's facing west. The sun's starting to set, so I should easily make it back down to the shelter before it gets dark. I wanted to put my headlamp on tonight, maybe when I get there, to help me set up. But trail is still real nice. I just had a little bit of a downhill, and then I'm back up on the ridge again. I had to climb. I went down and then I went up. So it's nice when the trail's like this. I'm making some pretty good time. I'm gonna have covered this 5.4 miles in about 2 hours, maybe just slightly less, which is great time for considering that incline I did at the beginning. Okay, with a little time to spare, or light to spare I should say, I made it to where I need to go. Here's the sign. Not sure you can see all that, but Whiskey Holler Shelter, 0.3 miles downhill here. So off I go, get myself set up for the night before I lose complete light, and get my headlamp out as soon as I get there. Set up my tent and make a fire and get ready for bed from there. All right, guys, I've been spending the last about hour since I got to the shelter setting up. There was somebody here, actually 3 people, I think, from what I could tell. They were already in the shelter in their sleeping bags and getting ready to sleep. So what I did is I came out here and set up my tent probably 100 yards away, still in the same area. Just made myself a fire, and I'm gonna hang out for the night here for a little while and then hit the hay. Got myself all set up in there, and you can see I'm pretty close to the bathroom. That's the privy right there, and the shelter is back this way down this trail. Can't see it, it's pitch black out here. So anyway, this is my setup for the night. I will catch you guys in the morning.